What up, Bugles? I want to welcome you to this video, and in today's hit list, we will focus on one of the most beloved superheroes in the world. And yes, I'm talking about everybody's favorite web slinger, one and only friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. In this list, we will highlight 5 best Spider-Man runs, which is the best for new readers and also still available for order. So let's check them out. Peter Parker, the spectacular Spider-Man. We are kicking things off old school with an absolute classic. First, it's worth mentioning that the main Amazing Spider-Man series deserve attention too. So far, it's been released in 5 omnibuses, with a 6th one set to arrive this February. However, since some volumes are currently brutally out of print, we will focus on the secondary series, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. The first omnibus of the series is already out and remains easily available. While Amazing Spider-Man often tackled larger-than-life threats, Spectacular Spider-Man explores more personal and grounded narratives, delving deeper into Peter's relationships and struggles. Written by talents like Gary Conway, Evan Mantlo, and featuring stunning art from Sal Buscema and Mike Zeck, the stories maintain a perfect balance between action and character development. The omnibus includes memorable arcs like the introduction of Carry-On, Spider-Man's battle with villains like the Tarantula and Morbius, and its ongoing challenges with balancing superhero life with personal relationships. This omnibus compiles the first 42 issues of Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, along with additional tie-ins, offering over 1,000 pages of vintage storytelling. Let's travel forward in time to the modern era of comics with one of the most legendary and, in the end, most controversial runs of all times. The Amazing Spider-Man by J. Michael Straczynski, the creator of the cult classic sci-fi series Babylon 5. Early issues focus on redefining Spider-Man's mythos, particularly with the introduction of Ezekiel and the idea that Peter's powers might have mystical origins. This fresh perspective on Spider-Man's origin was daring, sparking debates among fans, but offering a fascinating layer of complexity to the character. Straczynski also tackled real-life themes with nuance, such as Peter's role as a teacher and the aftermath of the September 11 attacks, which resulted in one of the most poignant and memorable single issues in Spider-Man history. I absolutely love how Peter became high school teacher in this run, and I felt sorry Straczynski didn't explore this route a little bit more. While the run features numerous highlights, such as the other storyline and Peter's rekindled relationship with Aunt May, it is also remembered for its controversial conclusion in the One More Day arc, which remains a divisive moment among fans till these days. The entire run has been released in 2 omnibuses, and although the first volume is currently out of print, the recent reprint of the second book suggests that a similar reprint for Volume 1 is likely coming soon. Alright, the next one might be not the best choice for the readers who have absolutely no idea who Spider-Man is, but those who are at least a little bit familiar with his world, perhaps from the movies, have no problem with diving in. I'm talking about Superior Spider-Man, which takes place in the middle of Dan Slott's run. Slott's run begins in the recently released Spider-Man Brand New Day Omnibus Volume 1, which directly follows Straczynski's run. Fortunately, Superior Spider-Man has its own omnibus, so jumping straight into this part of the story is absolutely no problem. This run flips the script in a way few stories dare to. The premise is as shocking as it's compelling. Otto Octavius, better known as Dr. Octopus, swaps bodies with Peter Parker, leaving Peter seemingly dead in Otto's dying body. With Peter's memories and powers, Otto takes on the mantle of Spider-Man, determined to prove himself as a superior version of the hero. The storytelling is a fascinating exploration of morality, identity, and redemption, with Slott weaving an intricate narrative that challenges what it means to be a hero. Ryan Stegman, Giuseppe Camuncoli and Humberto Ramos deliver dynamic and vibrant art that perfectly complements the high-stake drama and action-packed sequences. Though controversial for sidelining Peter Parker, Superior Spider-Man stands out as a fresh and daring reinvention of the Spider-Man mythos. It's a must-read for fans looking for a different perspective on their favorite wall crawler. It's time to leave main Marvel Universe and travel into the alternate reality. Let's take a look at the Ultimate Spider-Man series. And no, I'm not talking about the legendary classic by Brian Michael Bendis just yet. I am referring to last year's new take brought to us by one of my favorites, Jonathan Hickman. Set in an alternate reality, Hickman brings his signature narrative complexity and world building to a character who has been reinterpreted countless times, proving there's still room for innovation in Peter Parker's story. In this Maker alternate universe, Peter Parker is a middle-aged man, married to Mary Jane, with whom he has two children, a son and daughter. In beginning, Peter doesn't have any superpowers, but of course that quickly changes. I won't delve into details to avoid spoiling anything, but I will reveal that this Ultimate Universe feels remarkably similar to the classic one we've known for decades. Yet many key elements are altered and turned on their heads. These 180-degree shifts create a room for countless amazing surprises. It is an incredibly familiar, yet completely unknown world at the same time. This isn't just another retelling of Peter Parker's origin story. Instead, it's a renovation of his purpose and role in a universe that feels expansive yet intimate. As I mentioned, this is a completely fresh series, so there hasn't been any omnibus release yet. Personally, I'm collecting it digitally in a single issues, but fans of collected editions can currently pick up the first paperback. And finally, let's take a look at previously mentioned Ultimate Spider-Man run by Brian Michael Bendis. By the way, in my opinion, this is the best jumping point for new readers. Brian Michael Bendis' Ultimate Spider-Man is a masterpiece that redefines Spider-Man for the 21st century. The series modernized Peter Parker's origin and adventures, making them accessible to a new generation of readers without losing the charm and heart of the original. Over the course of its 160 issues run, Bendis crafted one of the most beloved Spider-Man sagas in history, balancing high school drama, superhero action, and emotional storytelling with finesse. The series begins with a reimagining retelling of Peter Parker's origin story. While it retains the core elements, an awkward teenager bitten by a radioactive spider, the tragic death of Uncle Ben, and the mantra, with great power comes great responsibility, Bendis expands on these events, giving them more depth and emotional weight. The result is a Peter Parker who feels more relatable than ever, struggling to juggle his life as a high school student and his responsibility as Spider-Man. What sets the series apart is its focus on character development. Bendis excels at creating complex, three-dimensional characters. The relationship between Peter, Aunt May, Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, and other supporting characters are rich, heartfelt, and sometimes heartbreaking. Villains like Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, and Dr. Octopus are reimagined in compelling ways, providing fresh takes on classic foes. Ultimate Spider-Man captures everything that makes Spider-Man iconic: his resilience, humor, and humanity, while offering a fresh, modern perspective. For many, it remains the definitive Spider-Man run and a perfect entry point into the world of Marvel Comics. The complete run was released in 5 omnibuses: Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 1 through 4, and the final one titled Ultimate Comic Spider-Man Death of Spider-Man Omnibus, which spoils the ending of the saga. However, there are rumors that we might also get a Volume 5, which will likely contain the same content as the Death of the Spider-Man Omnibus, but hopefully with better mapping. And that's all. And you can, of course, find all these books in our eShop, comicsbugle.com, your friendly neighborhood comic book shop in Europe. Except with great catalog of collected, deluxe, and absolute editions, epic collections, and omnibuses, we guarantee you eco-friendly Hulkproof packaging, free shipping in whole EU, and option to pre-order your comic book now and pay for it later. You can also split full price to 4 separate payments because we know how expensive these books can be. So check it out, comicsbugle.com. You can find direct links below this video. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out any further videos. In our comment section, let us know what other titles or topics would you like to see in our videos. And see ya, Bugles!